Many of you know how I got saved as a 9-year-old using the chick tract, "This Was Your Life." But what many of you don't know is how easy it was for the guy, or how easy it is to win souls using a chick tract. And would you like to know why we write them the way we do? Hi, I'm David Daniels from Chick Publications. When that man came to my apartments, he held up the chick tract, "This Was Your Life," and he asked me, would I like to read a comic? And I said, yeah. So he came over and we sat down there on the grass and he asked, would I read it out loud? And I said, sure. Now, as I read, I saw that there were Bible verses written right there on the bottom, followed by the verse reference. You know why? Because the draw is in the story, but the power is in the scriptures. When we came to the end, he had me read the salvation page at the back of the tract. See, every salvation tract has this final page. Be sure to go over that. Because after I read that, he asked me, would you like to receive Jesus as your Savior? And I said, yeah. And so I prayed utilizing that prayer written right there, that suggested prayer at the back of the tract. After I got saved, I went to the Christian bookstore at the center of the town, and I found that some of the tracts, like One Way and Somebody Loves Me, they had almost no words and no scriptures. It just had John 3:16 right here at the end of the tract. But the salvation page was always there. Others I found, like Holy Joe and Room 310 and Somebody Goofed and A Demon's Nightmare, they had various scriptures in them, but sometimes they only had a scripture reference. You know why? Because there's only so much room in a chick tract, and they have to be translated into different languages, and some of those languages use a lot more words than we do. So sometimes we only have room to put those references. Anybody can witness using a chick tract if you have yourself then a tract and a Bible. Not a big one here like this one. That may just scare them away. But I mean a little one, a hand size or a pocket size like this. I'm scared, you say. Well, everybody's scared one way or another, even me. But a little preparation and your chick tract and you can win souls. Take a look. When you read a tract, you'll notice some of them have the verses written all the way out, and sometimes you find where there's just a verse reference. Well, that's where a little preparation comes in. You've read the tract in advance, you've read the scriptures around them, and you know how to find them. So like here, in Twin Towers, it says, Father Sebastian, the Pope dies, and the bottom it says, see Matthew 23:9. That's where you get your little Bible. You open it up, and Matthew 23:9 says, and call no man your father upon the earth, for one is your Father which is in heaven. That's the verse you were looking for. Well, it's right there in the reference at the bottom of the tract. Proverbs 11:30 says, he that winneth souls is wise. God can make you wise to win souls with a little preparation, with chick tracts, and with a Bible you can rely on. God's preserved words in English, the King James Bible. Don't leave home without them. There are souls you can win. God bless you and have a wonderful day.